We come to Memphis. They've won 3 out of their last 4. You look at their cumulative record, like it's not where they would want it to be, and so it's on us to come here with a proper, respectful mindset that we're here to continue our own winning ways, to understand the areas that we're sick and what's the medicine in order to fix any potential problems, but more importantly, move up the food chain, get better to put ourselves in a position genuinely to be a playoff team. And I see this particular game with that type of spirit. We're coming down here, expecting to perform well enough to win.
What really stands out with you? I mean, I'm looking at Memphis, and you look at a guy like Tyreke Evans, a guy who some people may say underachieved a little bit after his rookie year. But the last 13 games, he's been averaging 21.8 points.
Good homework.
Yeah.
You take Tyreke Evans by all sort of metrics analytically is, by our standards, one of the top 15 players now in the NBA. When you look at his volume of production, and then you take an all-star like Marc Gasol is, and you pair those two guys up. You throw out some young athletes that are looking to play and put a name out in the marketplace and here for themselves to stay in the league and continue to play. Selden as an example. Well, there's enough firepower there to come in and do what they've done. They've won 3 out of the last 4 games. And so we come down here very respectful of, for sure, those 2 players that lead this team, but also of the young athletes that can jump people if you're not sort of in the proper mood or mind.
Coach, first quarters, you've had some good starts. What's with that?
I don't know what to put the finger on it. We really trying to just improve our defense. I think everything makes a lot more sense when our defense is at a level that we expect, that we're coaching, that we're growing, and I feel like that sort of sets the tone for about everything. And so without sort of pointing at too many details, I think just the spirit of that comment holistically is why we feel good about how we've started games.
The takeaway from the Civil Rights Museum experience?
I mean, without getting into personal opinions, it's just a very humbling environment. It's probably my 7th time there. You always sort of leave ashamed of some of the atrocities that were committed. And, a healthy reminder for all of us, the progression to some levels that we all are making to try to, right so grossly many wrongs. And it's just those types of experiences are fantastic to do with each other, with young players. I think it was the first time at the museum for 7 out of our players, maybe 6 out of our players. And personally, I always leave there with mixed emotion of some level of shame and some level of recognition that the world's getting a little bit better, but we still got a long ways to go.
When did you go, Brett?
This morning.
This morning. Hey, Brett, when do you? So Jared's listed day to day. When do you realistically think he could come back?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's not going to happen tonight, we don't expect it to happen tonight.
When you look at these injuries, but then you also look at your team is finally able to, quote unquote, overcome them, so to speak, that it's not affecting the performance. What do you attribute that to?
Well, let's go to Timmy Luau, the last game. You need somebody in that vacant position that JJ left. And I thought as a group we did. Then Jared and JJ left, and so Timmy did. We need that void filled, and we need others, really sort of playing at a higher level. We understand, the need to improve in areas of fouling. We're doing a better job. In 2017, we were 30th. In 2018, we're now 16th. We went from the highest fouling team now to about middle of the pack. And it has been done by design. We zeroed in on an area that we need to get better at, and we have. We've gone from a deep sort of 30 to being lots of times not gross with our turnovers. The third period, we had 8. You know, I think we had 16 for the game, and so it's just that one section that they jumped Ben, they jumped Joel, and those 2 guys, and, you know, along with a few others, we didn't really recognize it or handle it that well. And so it's that, you know, trying to understand how to get our team better as well as like the individual pieces that you just talked about.
Was Jared able to do anything today?
No.
Nothing?